day everyone, it's Nick here from Nick's News and Reviews, and we're looking at Power Drift on the ZX Spectrum. This is the 128K version, so might have some in-game music, which the 48K didn't have, written by Software Studios and published by Activision in 1989, based on the arcade cabinet by Sega Enterprises, of course, that was released a year earlier, 1988. Oh, I like that animation, reminds me of Star Wars a little bit. But Power Drift, the Spectrum version and the Commodore 64 version got better reviews than the Amiga one, which struggled with the graphics. Some concessions have been made on the 8-bit versions, but overall I think it stands for a better game. A number of options here, we can go on joystick or keyboard, but we're going to go on Kempston, I think. The cassette inlay says it's fast, it's furious, well, it's not Fast and Furious the film, because that wasn't out yet. It's Power Drift. So you can select from 12 different drivers over 5 different sets of circuits, varying in difficulty, E being the hardest, A being the easiest, I think. So we've selected our racer, so let's go. Also come out on the Amstrad CPC, Commodore 64, Atari ST, and the Amiga, Sega Saturn, and the Dreamcast. So let the dust fly in this roller coaster type adventure. We're off. Oh, we'll have to concentrate here. We've got 2 gears. Well, low and high. It certainly handles better than the Amiga version. It doesn't look much like the arcades, but the essence is there. A good element of speed. The wheels don't look like they're turning, by the way. But I can forgive that, because this is quite good. Let's see how the collision detection is. So that's the 2 things I look for on a Spectrum racing game. Collision detection and speed, the frame rate. The frame rate's not too bad. This road's causing my eyes a bit of a concern. But that's not too bad. It's like a dust track, a bit of elevation here, which the programming does very well. You see across the top there, I'm in first place. That's my character. Second is some woman. Third is, I don't know if that's a woman or a man. Fourth is some crazy man. I think he's sitting on a pineapple. And the fifth is some bloke whose plastic surgery's gone terribly wrong. That will change every now and again. If we try and overtake this chap, if we bump into them, we go spinning off the circuit and lose time. I don't know if they're rocks on the side or sacks of potatoes. I don't know what they're balancing on because we're up in the air here, but anyway. The colours will change periodically on certain tracks, but we're starting with yellow. Here we go. I quite like this game. It's more playable than the Amiga version that I also review, so check that out. I think we got to do 3 laps. Finish in the top 3 and we go to the next stage. I'm not sure if I'm going to do all the stages in the top 3, but I'll show you a variety of tracks anyway, as much as I can. So in terms of Spectrum races, this is a pretty good one. I think it's up there. It's one of the best. Well, better ones, I should say. I probably started an argument now of what's good and what's bad, but we come in first place. That's quite easy. Maybe that's because I made it look easy with my great skills. So Activision have done well. There we go. So that was a quick loading time, wasn't it? Wasn't even edited, that. Don't know where the scenery's gone. We must be up in the sky. It's all nice and light blue anyway. I didn't get off to the best of starts there. So did you have this game? Did you complete it? I haven't completed it, I'll have to let you know. The 128K version. Quite often the difference between the 128K versions and the 48K version is there's in-game sound. But having said that, I can't hear any sound. Maybe that only happens on certain tracks. Well, music, I should say. You can hear the car. Maybe that isn't present on the 48K version. It's easy to turn on this one. There's like various degrees. I think they're about 2 really. I don't know, there are mountains in the distance there. I don't know what this track's balanced on. It just goes up into the air looking wafer thin. But never mind about that. If they program the infrastructure of a bridge, it'll probably slow it down a bit. So where are we? We're not even in the top. Well, we're second actually. Fair enough. And the thing with this is, if you get into the lead, it's not a case of just easy driving, because lapped cars will come out, bash into them, your car will spin, or your cart will spin around the place. All the carts are the same colour, all black. They probably couldn't have different colours because there would have been horrendous colour bleed, which tends to happen on the Spectrum. It's okay, this. I'm not sure my lap times are any good, but we're in first place. Second place is some sort of Elvis mixed with, I don't know, Count Dracula. Third is some bloke that's face is filled up with helium. Fourth is Freddie Mercury. And fifth is some bloke that's trodden on a drawing pin. Speed it. I like the undulation of this, and we've won again. This is going rather well, isn't it? Hooray! Mind you, I think A is the easiest set of tracks. 12 wacky drivers, it says. Oh, it's all white. Here we go. Oh, music has started. I don't think you can dance to this. But nice and atmospheric. So we're on stage 3 of 5. So there's 5 races. Looking at that flashing on the right there. There's 5 races on each track. You've got A, B, C, D and E. So what's that? 25 tracks, is it? I'm good at maths. Yes. Someone check that out for me. 25. So in the lead at the moment is some woman from the set of Doctor Who. I'm in 2nd place. 3rd is that Freddie Mercury man. 4th is the drawing pin. 5th is some guy that's, I don't know what's happened to him. I think he's been in an airlock and the pressure has crushed his face or something. So that's who we're racing against. A mixed bunch of people. This is 2 colours, this track, I just noticed. White and then blue sky. That's done really well. That does give it an extra sense of depth. I don't know why they didn't do that on the other tracks. But yeah, this is my favourite track so far, which probably means I'm not going to win. Right, so we're 2nd, and we've crashed and we've spun, and that cost us quite a lot of time. So we're in 3rd. We've got to finish in the top 3, and now we're 4th. Oh dear. Step on it, big nose, said no one ever. Oh dear, we're having a loss of skill here. As Cauliflower Face is in 7th place. I know all these drivers well. I don't think this is their official names, but maybe I should be a commentator on Formula 1. I'll give everyone a nickname, and it'll be an entertaining race, I'm sure. Okay. I know what we're doing. I think we're dawdling here. We're at the back. We're sick. We're not going to come in the top 3 here. Get out of the way. 5th. Get out. Oh dear. Yep, 4th. Oh, maybe no. We're still 5th. That must be a lap person. 1st. Someone's already finished 1st. Oh, the writing's on the wall there. 2nd's finished. Oh dear. We're out the top 3. Curses and blasts. Well, we did 2 races. Continue. Nah. Let's try some of the other leagues here. That's a lot of points. Game over. Game over, man. Game over. Yeah, I really love that polygon thing. I don't know how they programmed that. Well done, Sega. Well done, Activision. So, let's try a different racer. Let's try this woman in the purple tracksuit. She must be good. And track C with that palm tree on. Maybe we're going to have desert tracks. Be 3rd or better. On the Amiga version, you had to finish in the top 4. This one, for some reason, the top 3. Maybe there's less races in it. But yep, she's got a visibly different hairstyle. Only just. 2 colours. Oh, we're going into the sky here. Maybe it was 2 colours before and I just didn't notice. Well, we're racing the same sort of people here. Purple tracksuit into 2nd place. That's me. Nice bit of dust there around the corners. Bit of drifting. A power drift, in fact. Yes. So the tracks have got similar elements to them. They've got these tight corners, raised bits, like this. And that's pretty much it. Not sure they've cut and pasted it. My favourite racing game on the Spectrum, I think, when it comes to elevations and changes and twists and turns and physics, would have to be Stunt Car Racer, which I've also reviewed. So have a look at that as well. You don't actually see... well, with Stunt Car Racer, it's a bit more lonely racing. It's only you versus one other computer-controlled player. But it's good. It's a nice polygon-type game, 3D. This is good as well. It's quite good fun. Actually, it's very good fun. I could play this for quite a long time, I think. Check this one out if you haven't got it already and you're a Spectrum owner. Try and get hold of it. Power Drift, I thoroughly recommend it. There's a 48K version and 128. They both play very similar. At least I think they do. Right. So we're in 1st place. I think we've got this nailed, haven't we? As long as we don't crash into this chap. Hooray! Easy driving. This is how you do karting, people. Maybe. Perhaps. Don't know how far I get, but there we go. We've completed another track. Be 3rd or better to continue! Exclamation mark. Oh, this looks a bit like where we left it. Start from 4th on the grid. Terrible start as always. Bomb, bomb, ba bomb. I think this music's trying to wear me down. I don't know if there's a way to turn it off. Maybe the 48K version will be better. It's not bad, it's not in your face. It seems a bit random ambience music. It's, yeah, it's all learning how to overtake, which I've mucked up. I tried to overtake on the outside with a gap of about 6 centimetres on the outside. That was never going to happen. I did that in a real race, I could very well be dead. Right, get this chap on the inside. Bam. Is there karting on elevated circuits? I'm not sure there is. It sounds a bit dangerous if there are. Unless they've got a load of mattresses below. Or those cardboard boxes that stuntmen jump on. Oh, dearie me, that weren't good. Come on, what are we doing? We're in 4th place. Step on it, Marjorie. Come on. Bomb, ba bomb. Bomb, bomb. Actually, I do think all the tracks were two-tone, weren't they? I was just keeping my eyes shut there, concentrating on the road. Sky and track colour. Hooray! Oh, this is a bit twisted. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, that wasn't fair. We crashed twice. Do me a favour. Oh dear, this isn't looking good again. If you have a couple of crashes and you fall down the field, you're in the traffic, and then getting back up again is pretty impossible. Who's that that's in 8th place? Some kid. Looks like he's got tar on his head. Unless that's a hairstyle, but it looks like it's dripping a little bit. Yes. Oh dear. It's all going a bit wrong. Stop the race, 6th place. Oh, first has finished. He seems quite happy. Second is his hands in the air. Boo! Oh dear. I think they had illegal fuel or something. Check it out. I think they should be banned by the stewards and I get automatically lifted into 3rd place or something. Doesn't happen in this game. There's no appeal procedures like Bernie Ecclestone would have. I can't bribe anyone. So the podium is off for the time being. Shall we have one more go? Yes, let's as I'm enjoying it. Normally I'd end it here, but let's just show you one more circuit then. Let's go for track E, which is supposed to be the hardest, I think. How hard can this be? We start up in the sky. No rain clouds to speak of. Bomb, bomb, bomb. It's a very narrow track this, especially if you're starting near the back. Right, that's him done. Oh, it's all going a bit white. We're out of the sky. Hopefully this isn't snow or anything. This is one of the things that a lot of programmers in racing games use on the Spectrum, is, because that was their main weapon really, track changing colours from circuit to circuit. Wouldn't see it on any other games apart from the scenery, but that was the main change to indicate different environments. If it goes green at any point, then obviously we're in the woods. If it goes red, I don't know where we are, maybe Mars. If it goes white, I don't know, snow perhaps, but this isn't snow. Yellow, the desert. You get my drift, don't you? There's no way of selecting brown, so we won't be using any mud, unless it's red mud. Then I don't know where we are, it's got red mud. Answer below. Where's my nearest supply of red mud? One person may think I'm running out of things to say and going mad now, talking about red mud. But they're probably right. So where are we? We're in 1st place here after all that jibber-jabbering. We're going to do it. This is supposed to be the hardest set of circuits. And I'm just steaming in the lead here, talking rubbish. I might as well be driving a Formula 1 car one-handed. I'm showing off here. Maybe I'm better at the trickier circuits. There's no one in sight. Surely we're going to come up to some lap cars in a minute. It's going to cause us some bother. Oh, there's one. Music the same on this. In the arcades it did vary from track to track. I don't think they ever played this little number. Occasionally you're having to drop down the gears for these slower bends. But most of the time you're in top gear as I win the race. Best to stay in top gear the whole time really, apart from the start. Be 3rd or better, right. Alright, so it's green, so we're in the woods, although the scenery is the same. Has that mountain range been the same on every circuit as well? Probably. Right, here we go, up into the sky with diamonds. Where are we now? So we're in 4th place. Doctor Who's assistant is 3rd. Oh, we've overtaken her. First is that bloke that's put his foot on a drawing pin. Second is the one we controlled before, Tracksuit Margot. I think we're going to go past you, Margot. Oh dear. Yeah, we're past. She didn't have her blonde hair there when we overtook her, so I think all the opponent cars look identical. On the Amiga and arcade versions, they do look all different. They only look different in this if you're actually driving the kart itself. Other than that, it looks like it's generic. But anyway, they all behave the same, makes it easier to overtake. Bomb, bomb, bomb. What are we doing? We're in third place. We can't afford to crash here, or it could be game over. Quite relaxing, this game, I think. You steam into second place. Oops, didn't need to do that. Didn't need to do that. And suddenly we're in fourth place and it's all going wrong. So, yep, crash into something once and it's pretty much disaster. We need one more place who potentially could do it. Well, that was a lap racer, which doesn't help. Oh, close to falling off the circuit there. No, we seem to be stuck in fourth. Boo! At least you can see where you're going in this. Unlike the Amiga version where you go elevation and the draw rate just, well, gives up. Oh dear. I think the writing's on the wall, isn't it? Falling down the field like, I don't know, a fally-fieldy thing. That was a good analogy. First is finished. Oh dear. Second. And we die in the end. We're off the track twice, three times a death row. There we go. So, that was a very entertaining game. I hope you liked having a look at that one. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe. Say your comments below. And till next time, thanks for watching and goodbye.
Goodbye.